Hey guys, Captain Foley here, and it's time for my Starfest edition of the Captain's Log. This is about 2 weeks late because I did take some time off, so I apologize for that. If you want a more detailed explanation, check out my last Captain's Log where I kind of talk about it. But yeah, we're going to talk about Starfest 2019 today. It was a great time in Denver. Got to hang out with my buddy Cliff. Did a few lives with him as well from his man cave in the basement. He's got a nice bar set up there. He's called Frank's Place because he's a huge Frank Sinatra fan. So check those out if you haven't already, if you want to see what kind of fun and shenanigans we were up to. But this is just the beginning of the video. There's going to be some flight stuff, some just me talking, some video of the floor, and the dealer's room and stuff like that. It was a good time. We did a panel and it was fantastic. Got to hang out with Rick Sternbach, and we actually saw Sean Turinjo and a few other people as well, which I'll show you the stuff, the haul I got from Denver in a minute after all the video is complete. So stay tuned for that if you want to see what I picked up. And yeah, let's just get right into it, guys. And sorry for the delay, but I'm back. Well guys, it's April 26th. I am on my way to Denver, going to StarCon, also going to visit my buddy Cliff Simmons. So we're going to see how this trip goes. Hopefully I'll get to talk to a bunch of you guys that are going to be at Denver. I have a panel Saturday at 11 a.m. talking about Star Trek Discovery and Orville, different approaches to sci-fi. And then I'm not sure what the rest of the weekend is going to hold. I probably want to get a few autographs and things like that, get some prints done, and then just hang out with Cliff and do some cool stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff I can show you at his place. He's done some fantastic model builds and things like that. So we're going to see what we can do and make out of this trip. So this is Friday. I'm leaving in like an hour. It is currently 4:55 a.m. and flying from London to Toronto, then Toronto to Denver, and then back on Monday. So I will be taking you guys with me on the adventure, and hopefully you guys will have fun. Right now I'm going to eat my Tim Hortons breakfast and then go through customs, because you know, customs sucks, but you know, they're keeping us safe and all that. You got to keep telling yourself that, otherwise you're going to kill somebody. But anyway, so I'm going to eat and then go do that, and then I will keep you guys informed as to what's going on, whether I'm on the plane or whatever. Do some quick little videos and keep you guys up to date. So on to eating.
to Denver. The local time is 9:13. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Smoking is not permitted. Mobile receiving and transmitting functions may now be used.
What side to east or west?
Well guys, just touched down in Denver and I'm heading to find my friend Cliff. He's gonna pick me up here, so it's a good trip. The weather's a lot nicer here than it was in Toronto when I left, so that's good. But anyway, I am gonna see who I can find. Pretty cool. Hey guys, so I'm in Denver at Cliff's place. Was at Starfest today. Had yesterday and today here in Denver. Had a bunch of fun yesterday with Cliff. Today was Starfest. Did our panel. It went fairly well. It was a jam-packed room, which was great. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the sound early on, which kind of was a bummer for me. It was kind of like my worst nightmare. A full room of people. Some of them have never heard of Trekyards. Didn't know what to say, so let the thing play with the low sound quality. They eventually fixed it. The last half was fantastic. A lot of great questions and interaction with the crowd at the end. So that was great. They really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic presentation, and I was really happy with it. I just wish the technical difficulties wouldn't be there. Yeah, I'm in front of a Canadian flag. That's right. My buddy Cliff got this. He went to the House of Flags and bought it so that I wouldn't feel, homesick. He also got a little Ontario flag that he put in the guest bathroom for me. So fantastic. Yeah, sorry I didn't get any footage from the convention today. I'll try to do that tomorrow. It's just been busy and hectic and just, haven't got around to it, and I apologize. There's a lot of really cool costumes and stuff today. A lot of people recognized me. A lot of people wanted to chat with me, so that was fantastic as well. Even Rick Sternbach, I hear, "Hey, Stuart," and I look behind me, and there's Rick, and he's shaking my hand and stuff. Plus, I ran into a bunch of people I know from Wonderfest, which are they were like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Well, I'm doing a presentation." So, and I'll see them next week. Not next week, next month. In a few weeks at Wonderfest as well, so that'll also be awesome. So hopefully I'll get some more footage, or some actual footage of the convention tomorrow. It's a weird layout they have, and it's a small dealer room. I did buy a few things, which I'll include as part of this captain's log. When I get home, I'll show you what I got, and kind of talk a little bit more about the trip. But just hanging out with my buddy Cliff, and did a live last night, doing another live tonight. Last night was on his Odysseus, Battlestar Odysseus build, which was fun. We had a few drinks. It was a good live. You should go check it out. Tonight we're doing another one with his Millennium Kestrel, which is his scratch-built Star Wars ship. So looking forward to that. So having a good time so far, and I really apologize for not getting footage of the convention. Please don't hate me for it. But just wanted to let you guys know that it's going well. And I'll keep you posted as the trip goes on with other stuff. Still have tomorrow at the convention. Monday I fly back, but I have to make a layover in Vancouver. So I might meet up with Eric Chu, who is one of the designers that worked on the new Battlestar Galactica. Have a layover for 4 hours in Vancouver. So might meet up with him, have lunch or something like that, and then fly home. I'll be getting home late Monday night, so this Captain's Log will be ready for Friday. Sorry I didn't do one this past Friday, but I was traveling. I got the Eagle Moss review done for Friday, but I didn't have a Captain's Log, so I apologize. But hopefully the lives we're doing this weekend will make up for that. And anyway, talk to you soon. So here we are on the floor. Here's Cliff. Hi, Cliff.
Hey.
Hey, yeah. So we're just gonna wander around. Didn't do this yet. This guy, I'm telling you, didn't get any footage yesterday, unfortunately. But today we're gonna wander around, get some footage, and got to meet Sean Turnjo. See if John Eves is here, but I don't think he is. And maybe say hi to Rick again. So let's go take a look.
What are you guys doing?
It's good. How about it? No, yeah.
I have to put this in my pocket. My shirt's so tailored, it just.
Yes. Thank you. I'm going to do that. Yes. That is
Loud. They used to be so cool to hear it that loud again.
It was dope. It was fun. Here we are. Next second round. Let's do it. I think we can
Looks like that guy from Trekyards.
It is that guy from Trekyards.
How's it going, boys?
I have all of these. The 4-pack that when you buy the Super Blu-ray, you get. The ones I have are made.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, the Monsters Inc. Yeah, this is the one. Remember, she'd roll up the window and she's playing death metal. These are neat. I like these.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, it's a killing.
Stuart, if you see anything you like, mark things down the last day here. So.
Oh, yeah?
And they've got extra legs too.
I guess it
I'll help you out on the prices.
or if there's something on you to choose something. You got it there. They definitely make all scales and sizes.
These ones are.
Closest would be
Those Playmates, maybe? There's more about that.
Have to take a look.
Yep.
This top one doesn't? Oh, I I was like, what I do? What I
Some channel where he so said, Seth, thank you. Because I know he's going to geek out over these.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ian.
That must be something that she's done recently. Oh, no, I don't actually. Let's see.
Wagon. Yeah?
Sorry.
Oh, geez, yes, do that.
These days.
Personally, I don't think this could possibly be anything less than the grand prize for
Hey, like I said, I want that. Man. That was good. That'd be in the, what was it? The Contest of Wonder Festival, the Mood Models.
Oh,
Late Night Skin.
Naked Resin.
Did you make these?
No, these are the staff.
Nice.
You ever seen Lost in Space?
classic.
I watched the not the old.
Look, I found the Trekyards web series table. And it's right beside Rick. And we also tracked down Sean Taranjo. I got it right this time. All right, cool. And he's going to be signing my Ego Moss Titan, which is right here. Which I'll be doing a review of soon. So he's going to sign the base right now.
And then, there you go.
That is awesome.
Now you just need to get Mr. Riker's signature. I saw on one of the model pages, Jonathan Frank's.
So here we are at the Trekyards table, the Trekyards web series. I didn't bring anything. I didn't ship anything to Cliffs to really have a table. We've been hanging out here right beside Rick Sternbach. Get out of my way. You ain't Rick Sternbach. Rick Sternbach's just right over there. His table is covered up because he's doing a panel right now.
Call me Rick.
Call me Rick.
Call me Rick.
Pickle Rick. Yeah, so we're actually not sticking around. We just had a nice long talk with Sean Turinjo. Like you saw, I got him to sign my Eagle Moss, and had a really nice chat with him. And he's actually glad he met Cliff because he's impressed with the Millennium Kestrel, as everyone should be. If you haven't checked out our live talking about the Millennium Kestrel, it's a fun time. Just saying. Right? Isn't that so? Might be doing another live later today. Anyway, so I think we're heading out now. I might, yeah, see, Trekyards Web Series. What are we at the airport? Trekyards Web Series. So I might get a little bit more video as we go out, see more cosplayers. But I think we're pretty much done for the weekend now. Isn't that fact? That's a fact, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, there's been some great cosplays today. So I want to get more of them on video. But anyway, guys, keep watching.
I came for the wedding, but
You can deal with people, but at the end of the day, you're just like, I just have my space.
I love this. People say I'm a mix, and I don't know if there's a
It's been a great convention. There's more stuff I could buy. There's more stuff I saw, but I'm not going to buy anything else today. So it's been great. Thank you to people at Starfest for having us. If you saw the panel, I'm glad you came. Thank you very much. I met quite a few people who are fans of Trekyards, and they came up and shook my hand. It was great. I love interacting with these people. So, guys, without you guys, there is no Trekyards. So I want to thank you guys 100%. You guys are fantastic. So Cliff and I are going to go do a few more things with around Denver and just have a good time. And again, thank you guys for joining me. Sorry I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked, but did the best I could. It's been a busy weekend, and I'm super tired. I haven't got a lot of sleep, but that's the way it is with conventions. Next month we have Wonderfest coming up, where I'll see Rick again. I know Rick wasn't really in this video, but had a nice conversation with him as well. And yeah, so Wonderfest should be good. My captain's log from there, like I do every year, will be fantastic. And this is my first Starfest. 2016 we came to Denver Comic-Con, but that's a little bit of a different creature. So Starfest, first one. Hopefully I'll be back for another one, but it's just been fantastic. So anyway, I don't know what else this captain's log is going to have in store for you guys. Probably showing off a few things I did buy, but yeah. See ya.
Soft drinks, coffee or tea. A pay bar is available. Beer, wine, mixed drinks. So we have our all-day pantry snacks. There's a menu located in your seat pocket. If you'd like to purchase a snack or alcoholic beverage, credit card payment is required. At this time, we invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy your flight. Madame, Messieurs, la consigne des ceintures se tiendra sous peu. Cependant, nous vous recommandons de garder votre ceinture attachante tout le temps. La loi fédérale interdit de fumer à bord. De turbulence, veuillez démarrer vos ceintures pour les merci.
Vancouver right now. I have a layover for 3 hours, and then I have a 5-hour flight to Toronto. Flew from Denver to Vancouver, and then Vancouver to Toronto, and then I have an hour-long layover in Toronto, and then I have a 30-minute flight from Toronto to London. So I'm going to get into London around 11:30 tonight, my time. I had to go back in time an hour when we came from Denver to Vancouver because of the time change. So it's currently, 11 o'clock. So my plane boards at 1:15, leaves at 2. Anyway, and then I have to 3 time zones to cross to get back to Toronto, so that messes with when I arrive. It's a red-eye flight, and it's just a pain in the ass. I'm super tired. I didn't get much sleep last night at all. Tried to get sleep, but just couldn't fall asleep. So I'm like burned out, tired, and it's gonna just be a long day of just sitting, waiting, and doing nothing, and then being on a plane. The plane we're on from Denver wasn't the roomiest, and I was against the window, and I kind of mildly claustrophobic, so I was like all squeezed in. But fortunately there were some open seats, so the lady that was sitting beside me, she moved up a few seats, and then I moved over to the aisle seat and had the empty seat beside me on the way here, which was a 2.5-hour flight. And it was depressing. It was depressing watching the map. You know, they have the map with where you're coming from and your destination little plane. Because Denver's here, and I had to go all the way out to Vancouver, the opposite direction to my home. And if on the map, the distance from Denver to Vancouver and Denver to Toronto is about the same. So I was going the opposite direction, and I got to go all that way back again to get home, which absolutely sucks and is super soul crushing to see that on the monitor. But it's the best flight we could get for a good price. That just shows you, if you guys find a good price on a flight, scoop it up when you can, because we saw this flight, which would have been direct from Denver back to Toronto, for like $300 and some odd bucks, and we didn't scoop it up because we were still thinking about whether I was going to go or not. When I decided and tried to get it a week later, the flight was gone. And this was the same price, maybe like $10 cheaper for this one, but it had this layover and just an all day of traveling, which kind of sucks, but it was still a super great price. So, can't complain, but gonna complain. So, I don't know what else is gonna be in this travel flight thing. We got to fly over the Rockies again. As you guys saw, I got some great pictures of the mountains and some video of the mountains while we're flying over. Gonna fly over more Rockies to get back to Toronto, and then I don't know if I'll do one once I get to Toronto or not. Probably not, because I won't have a huge amount of time. I was supposed to meet Eric Chu, who is the designer of the new Vipers and stuff for Battlestar. I'm supposed to meet him because he's in Vancouver. Figured I'd have like 3-4 hour layover time, right? So he actually showed up, and it took me forever to get through customs because I was coming from the States. And then I'm like, well, can I go out and get something to eat with my buddy? And they're like, well, you can, but you have to be back an hour and a half before your flight, because you got to get through security, and security's a long line, and it's a pain in the ass to go through security again. So it would have given us less than an hour to go get something to eat and come back to the airport, and I didn't want to have that stress on me, so I just said no. So unfortunately, Eric, he was waiting in arrivals, and he had to tell him that we couldn't do it. Now because of that, I still have to wait here. At least if I'd gone out with him.
To invite customers seated in Zone 5 to board through gate C50. Nous invitons les clients de la Zone 5 à embarquer par la porte C50.
And you can hear the French too, because it's Canada. It's bilingual, so everything has to be English and French. That's why on the plane you heard some French as well. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Eric had to take off, so I feel bad. But I'll be seeing him in a week, or not a week, a month, end of the month at Wonderfest, and he's like, "Oh, you owe me, you know, for screwing him around, I guess." So I pissed off Eric Chu, and that's probably not a good thing. So I'm kind of terrified about that, but oh well. I don't know how much of a chat I'm going to have with you guys here. My arm is getting sore holding my phone, as you can probably tell. But it's just anyway, it was fantastic time with Cliff. Starfest was great. Not as good as it could have been. Like, we did have a table, but I didn't have anything to really need a table for. And our table was right beside Rick, so it would have been cool to hang out with him. We were beside Rick in 2016 when we came to Denver Comic-Con as well. So, but anyway, I'm rambling. I should probably get something to eat, but this place behind me is closed for some reason. I don't know when it's going to open, if it will, and maybe I'll wander that way, see if there's anything over there, but I don't think there is, because it's a connecting flight, and hopefully the flight to Toronto's not full, so again, I don't have to sit beside somebody. That would be great, because like I said, I'm claustrophobic, so if it's tight seats, if it's a smaller plane, I'm hoping it's a bigger plane for a longer flight, but you can never tell. So hopefully it's good, and I'll keep you posted. But anyway, love you guys. Oh, sorry, I think I was saying something about Cliff. I had a good time with Cliff. Wonderfest was great. Not Wonderfest, Starfest. Oh my God, I'm tired. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go for now. I don't know what else I'll have in here, and I'm mumbling and babbling, and you guys are like, oh, why? Just stop talking, Stuart. So, stopping talking right now for this clip. Found a $7 Tuscany sandwich. Really good, actually. $7 good. Going with that. And a Canada Dry.
De votre siège, rangez votre tablette et attachez votre ceinture. Les couloirs sont 10 secondes doivent être dégagés. Les appareils électroniques doivent être réglés en mode avion. Cabin crew, please arm yours and cross-check. Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous invitons pour plier votre ceinture en tout temps.
Start out by saying a big thank you to my buddy Cliff Simmons and his wife Tish. They put me out for the weekend, and I got to hang out with Cliff. He usually see him at Wonderfest, but he's not going to be able to attend Wonderfest this year. So this trip kind of came about as a way to hang out with him before Wonderfest, and then I found out that Starfest was on, and contacted people at Starfest, see if they'd be interested in having Trekyards there, and they were. So it kind of all worked out for the best, and that's pretty great. So thank you to Cliff and Tish. One thing I really want to thank them for as well is when I went into my room where I was staying for the weekend, they had a huge Canadian flag hanging on the closet door. I'll include pictures and stuff here of that. And the room I was in, it's called the Zebra Room. So that was really cool. It was a way for them to, you know, make me feel like I was at home, which was really nice. Also in the bathroom they had this. This is the Ontario flag. So these guys are good hosts. Whatever. They're good hosts. They really make you feel at home, and that was fantastic. So thank you very much to them for that. Now to see a few things that I picked up while I was at Starfest, either at Starfest itself or at one of the many hobby shops and stuff that Cliff and I took the time to drive around to. So let's just take a look at that stuff. So first up, I've got a Kirk in his dress uniform right there. This is from a dealer at Starfest, and I love the Art Asylum figures. They're really well done, and this one will just be added to the collection that I have downstairs. But also in that collection is the Mirror Universe Captain Kirk with all his accessories. Still in the package. Got him for a great price, and again, add it to the collection. I've got a few of the mirror figures. Still need to get a few more, but slowly building up this Art Asylum figure collection. So there's that. Something else I got. Hold on here. Alright, well, I'll figure that out in a second. Alright, so I'm also a huge Star Wars fan, and just specifically droids. So I got one of my favorite droid Bandai kits. This is R2-Q5. I got a few of him up there. I got the Sphero version of him, and also the slideshow collectibles one as well. But I picked up the Bandai one because the Bandai kits are fantastic. They're easy to build, they're fun, they're very accurate, and they look fantastic. So did pick him up as well, which is nice. Looking forward to building him. I love the black and the copper look of this droid. So there's that. And also, this is a sneak peek because I'm also going to be doing a Eagle Monster review on this. But I got my USS Titan, as you can see on the base there, signed by Sean Turanjo. You would have seen that in the video where he was signing it. He also signed the magazine. So when I do my Titan Eagle Moss review, you guys are going to be able to see that, and I'll talk more probably about Sean. And I was going to film a little bit of the review with Sean. Just didn't really work out that way. I just started chatting and didn't have time to do that kind of thing. So that's kind of shitty, but we did what we could. But having him sign this was pretty cool. Sean's a good guy, and it was great to see him again in Denver. Last time we saw him was when we were in Denver for Denver Comic-Con. He lives close to Denver and drove down to see us. So there's that. Now, where is... looking for something specific here, which I thought was in here, but I guess not. Hold on, I'm going to take another look and I'll be right with you. And ironically enough, when I was hanging out with Sean Turanjo, chatting with him and my buddy Cliff, Rick had just gone to a panel because our Trekyards booth or table was right beside Rick's table, even though we didn't have much stuff there, so we didn't actually hang out at the table very long, unfortunately. But a gentleman came up and said that he's been watching the show Trekyards for a while, and he really appreciates what the Commander and myself do, and actually got him back into his love for Star Trek and for doing paintings and artwork. And he actually gave me this. He had his own booth at Starfest with a bunch of Star Trek paintings. He has this one that he gave me, the Birds of Prey. And here's his business card as well, right there. His name is Nathan Warner, and the website is blabberdoc.com. So www.blabberdoc.com. He also has a blog and a Facebook page. His Facebook page is nathan.warner.737. So if you're interested in his artwork, he's got some great, fantastic Star Trek stuff. I didn't actually get a chance to go see his booth while at Starfest, unfortunately, but I really appreciate the fact he came up and told me that we rekindled his love for Star Trek, and that means a lot to us. It really does when we hear things like that from you guys, and we hear it quite often. So we really appreciate the fact that you guys come up and tell us these things. So thank you very much, Nathan. It was great to meet you in person. I know I've talked to him online a few times, but it was really fantastic for that. So thank you very much. Also, thank you to everyone else I met at Starfest. I met quite a few Trekyards fans there. And one of them even, took a picture with me outside and posted it to the Facebook page, which is great to see. I love that kind of thing. I love hanging out with you guys. I love meeting you guys. And yeah, I'm just excited for more of that. Samuel and myself are doing quite a few trips this year, and hopefully it'll be a good experience. Hopefully you get to meet us, we'll get to meet you, it'll be fun. But anyway, that is it for this Captain's Log. Thank you very much for tuning in. Starfest was a fantastic time. Thank you to everybody at Starfest that accommodated us and giving us a table actually on the Sunday, which was nice, even though I didn't have any kind of merchandise or anything to take down with me. It would have been a lot more for my flight to check a bag and stuff, so I didn't actually take anything really with me. So I just want to thank them for actually giving us a table, and we did sort of kind of use it for a few minutes, but it was really nice to have it right beside Rick, and it was a fantastic time. So if I saw you there, thank you. If I didn't see you there, I apologize. Maybe next time. I would like to go back again for sure. Denver is a fantastic city, and again, get to hang out with my good buddy Cliff, so it was a good time all around. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also check out other videos by me as well. And I will see you guys in the future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.